So hey guys, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity Deadfire with me, Supernautus. Last time out we were intending to play this, but unfortunately there was a massive update. It would have taken too long, so we played something else. We played Yakuza 0, didn't we? But we're back to Pillars of Eternity now, although we may interchange between this and that just to change things up a little bit. Still trying to kind of get to the stage where my PC streams are stable enough to do. Hopefully that will be fairly soon, doing some rigorous testing or something to confirm that that's working okay. But anyway, so right now we still need to meet the queen of this place that I've forgotten the name of. I can't remember what it's called. The only thing that's a bit of a downside in this game is the loading times do take forever. Forever. So who has watched any of WrestleMania with their crowd-free interactions? It's interesting. Okay, so what is this? The gullet, the hole. What is this place exactly? Let's take a look at our journal, just to remind me what we're doing. We need to reach Kahanga Palace in the Serpent's Crown district. That is something we need to do. Most of these quests are a little higher level than me, although the ones with one skull and sword we can probably do. I want to go see what this hole is, because I've not been here. You know, that's the trouble though, you know, I get into the areas and I just want to see what's going on everywhere. Just need to see what's happening. But as I say, the loading times, well, they do take a little while. But, you know, we'll get there. That was the upper floor. Ah, that's just the bar. That woman was there. We don't need to speak to her anymore. But we can leave. Oh, that's right, we were trying to convince that guy not to travel. We couldn't do it. So we've got to try and find a way to somehow rescue these people from this guy, or for this guy, this family that were left in danger. And yeah, all we ever found out was there are 3 spaces they can take, but she's got too many. There's too many of them there. Let's have a quick chat with her actually, just see what she says about that. Because the concern was she has to take her family away from here, but there's no room on their ship. And the guy they left.
My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
Okay, I don't know. How many of you need passage again?
We are 6. 3
6.
children, 2 babes, and me.
I see.
My village was not like this.
Tell me about the captain.
Suduzo. They say she is a traitor.
She's a
So I
traitor.
thought, but she threw Bataro out. Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Raparu. But a Raparu
Well,
in Mikataka gives
unfortunately,
offense just by breathing the air of his betters.
Did you know he was working for criminals?
Of course not.
He only worked on the docks.
The Overseer looks for a reason to toss us below too. Such talk will bring him to our doorstep.
Okay, well, I don't know that I can actually help them right now. I can't agree to only send 3 of them. Plus, I don't think she would agree to only send 3 of them anyway. think she would look down on that a little bit. Just my thoughts about it. I don't think she would want to do that. Anyway, we were looking for a way to get out of here. This is obviously where now. What's interesting is this is where that guy got sent.
You want down? Go and see Overseer Hitenga.
So we'd need to meet somebody who would allow us to go down, which isn't necessarily very helpful. There's a lift thing up there. Let's go see what's up here. Just to see who's here. Another Ruparu and another one. So we're looking for their Overseer. What do we have in there? I don't need any more repair supplies right now for my ship. However, I do want to go through this door if I can. And see where this lets me go. We've got the Sacred Stair and the Brass Citadel. We need to get up to this place. Well, let's go to the Brass Citadel. See what it's all about. Plus from there we can go up to the other place. It's kind of north of that. That looks like it'll get us directly where we need to go. We need to go to the right areas so we can unlock the area we're going to. It's confusing a little bit, but, you know, that is what it is. It is what it is, as they say. Let's just try and see how much we can get done. So this is the Brass Citadel.
Halt. What is your business?
What is your business? I'm just looking around.
You're the Watcher. The one who nearly caused a riot in Queensburg.
I am. What of it?
The Grand Secretary at Sura wants to meet you. His office is on the lower level of Imperial Command. Up the stairs.
The lower level's upstairs.
Once you're inside, go downstairs through the room on the right.
So Grand Secretary at Sura. Is he in charge here?
The ultimate authority in the Brass Citadel.
He's the ultimate authority.
She must endure the sops.
Oh, she.
Palace.
Okay.
When she returns, I'm sure she will grant you an audience. For now, Atsura Nui speaks with her voice.
Fair enough.
Leave.
Cannon.
No Valian spy is coming through on my watch.
I'm a merchant.
Okay.
I have business inside.
You want to see
If you don't mind,
walls
I'm just going to walk
cannons
past.
or powder house. You must think I'm an idiot.
I'm going to see your powder house and
You've
your
got
walls
one
and...
thing right.
You must think I'm an idiot. You've got one thing right. Yeah. You do actually think you're an idiot. Okay, so... Imperial Command. It must be that place up there that they're wanting me to go to, right? Well, let's see what's in here first. Got a gunsmith. See what he's got to offer. Plus we'll see if there's anything we can get rid of as well while we're here. A large portion of my play in Pillars of Eternity seems to be selling things we don't need. Uto. He greets me with his arms crossed over his chest, and he has a massive scar tissue where his left eye should be.
Makes the
Finest guns in Eora. See what you got then. So yeah, he does have some pretty good guns, and look, we've got costs of like 45,000 and all sorts of unbelievable costs. What's this? Some stuff to sell, so let's sell all this if we can. Wait, are those great swords? No. Okay, we can sell those then. We're not going to get much money for them. The thing I would say is, I've noticed that the money situation in this game, it's not quite as straightforward. I found that in the last game you could get like a lot of money for things very easily. And you know, you'd have never-ending funds almost. It felt that way. Sell that. I want to keep those rings because I can probably put them on people equipment-wise. Mind you, I did just spend all my money on... There we go. That gets us over 1,000. Not that that helps us a great deal. But let's have a look at our inventories and just see, because there's a ring here, or there's a couple of rings here that are useful. So I think I'll pop that on my finger. Can't hurt to do that, right? And that gives a priest restoration power level. She is a priest, so it makes sense for her to have that. What does this do? That looks like that could be quite a useful thing for Aloth to have instead of that weird band round his head. There we go, now he's got a grass mask on, that's what we want.
Great fetching.
Great fetching? That doesn't even make sense. Okay, just a couple of apprentices. Oh. Scrolls are filled with meticulous diagrams of rifle pistols. That's what you expect from a gunsmith, isn't it? To have a lot of schematics for the weapons he's planning to build. So yeah, nothing really in that gunsmith's place. Yeah, we're going the long way round to before we visit this other person. We'll look and see what else is in this area. Plus there might be some other quests we can pick up while we're here.
I heard
Guard,
you in Isselmere again.
and that's a soldier.
I do wish you would stop encouraging her. Real sorry, Aloth.
Got a pikeman
Keep it down.
and an
Think I care
arquebus
about your childish jokes?
firing
What bothers me
person.
is how she dog-ears my grimoire.
Right, I'm not going to go there yet.
Bring
I don't know if I need any of this. No, I don't.
just
Couple more
to lighten the mood,
pikemen
I guess.
and arquebus users. I'll take that. Bit of rum and stuff, that's the kind of thing you need for your ship. And you got pirates on your ship. Let's see. That's the powder house. I doubt we'll be allowed in there. You know, because I guess all their gunpowder's held there. That's the sacred stair. I'm not going to worry about that right now.
With sails unfurled and sword held high.
What is this?
To battle for glory and Rautai.
Faithfully done, Emieni. Report to
Emieni.
Louis when your hands and your temper have healed.
Come to gawk too.
Have I come to gawk?
Punishment's over, you know.
No, I wasn't. Why were you holding that? A red hot cannonball.
I punched my captain.
You punched your captain. Probably deserved it then, right?
Though maybe he shouldn't have insulted my aim.
Maybe.
Like I don't know the difference between a smooth and rifled bore.
What are you going to do now?
I'm not reporting back to Wakoyo, that's for sure. I crewed on mercenary ships before this. Come to think of it,
That suited her better.
Still a scramble-root at heart.
Well, I could use an experienced cannoneer in my crew.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm sure you're capable.
She only
But
crews with
I
captains
don't
she
know
knows.
enough about you. Yet. Let's talk again when you've made a name for yourself.
Right.
That's the
So I've got to make a name for myself before she'll join me. Let's have a look at this Fleet Master's office and see what this is all about. There's only a couple more places we can look at here anyway, so... So we may as well. Okay, what do we have here? A bodyguard. A bodyguard. Fleet Master Wakoyo.
Skies, my friend.
I'm the captain of Defiant.
I know of you already, Captain.
He knows me
Most
already.
of our decorated armada have orders which spread them thinly across the archipelago. Rautai finds itself in need of a privateer.
Oh, you need a privateer,
Your
do you?
Unmoored from Deadfire politics, is an asset I would grasp with both hands. An arrangement can help us both. You will empty the seas of competition in exchange
And we'll get
for
some
profit.
money. Aren't you scared you might start a war
An
doing
official
that?
reckoning is drafted to account for every cannonball shot in the name of Rautai. Our paperwork is most thorough. For every
Alright, so they
ship's
think.
there is a legal justification. Our enemies will know the war is started on the day we fail to turn in our paperwork.
Okay, well, what bounties do you have
A
available?
wave skipper is your first
I'll take
target.
some out, I guess.
A pirate shirking any pretense of lawful conduct in the open seas.
Well, why not? I'll take the bounty.
Most excellent. Asilla commands the Voyager River Dragon, which pesters a group of islands
The River
to the
Dragon.
southwest of Port Mage.
Southwest of Port Mage, that's miles
the way,
away.
my privateer.
Okay, he's not got anything else to tell me. And that's another guard. And more bodyguards. So yeah, not much to see there. Was that the person we were supposed to speak to? Wakoyo. Well, that's just another quest picked up, and one we need to do on the high seas. Although, to be honest, I find it easier to fight them man to man on their decks. Although we have got some better cannons now. What else do we have? So, that person that was there, if we get a bit better, we might be able to recruit her to our crew as an experienced cannoneer. Hopefully. Eventually. One day. It's an aspiration to have. I don't know, is it? Alright, so what's this place?
Meet her eye when you've got bad news.
Someone named Pero is trouncing his opponent at Hazatoa. Whatever that is.
I don't think she likes me. I spent most of my career escorting foreign ships.
Many have. She's got nothing against scrambled.
Services are for officers of the Royal Deadfire Company.
The Hazatoa tournament, I've got nothing to do with that, alright? I just serve the drinks.
Fair enough. Why'd you work for the Deadfire Company?
They always pay on time. They're run by the Ronganui, so they should, right? Also,
Apparently
I'm from
so.
a town near Takoa. Rautai's full of all kinds of kith, not just Amawa.
Fair enough.
But the Amawa have a long history at sea. They make up a lot of sailors and soldiers, including most of the ones that ended up here.
Okay, well, that's interesting. What's this about Hazatoa?
Some of the soldiers and sailors get to making unwise bets.
Oh, they like to make bets.
Like I said, I keep out of it. None of the regulars.
Is that something we can do?
Opponents, though, if that's what you're asking. All the better for you, trust me.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I'm really only supposed to sell to captains working for the Royal Deadfire Company.
Okay, so I can't buy anything from him. And who's that? Just a guard. Okay, so I'm not allowed to buy from him. I guess. We've almost cleared out every location here, I think. There's one more place, and then we'll move on to the next area. I kind of want to just pick up all the bits and pieces quest-wise that we can while we're here. And so there's one more place just up here that we can go. Well, that we might be able to go, I don't know.
Carve his name into a rock.
The Ronganui, and it's a commemoration to show what he built.
Oh. Then did your Reparo also write their names on other stones?
Let's see if we're allowed in here. Have you tried corpse fruit? Sounds lovely. Can't wait to try it. Where does it come from? Corpses? I hope not. I hope that's not why it's called that. It wouldn't be the ideal thing to try, would it? Okay. We've got some coral or something there being used as being used for something anyway. Some commoners around and some guards. Looks almost like a Japanese style of place. Oh, we've got some sort of training room here. Is it just full of students? Looks like it. That one looks like a teacher, surely. The weapon master. Yeah, but nobody that's actually going to give me any kind of missions or quests of any interest. got a song of myself, but the hazard. Yeah, okay. That thing is causing problems. Got a guy here. Sabormi. A young woman with a bright, wide smile and eyes to match raises her hand and gives you a quick but enthusiastic wave.
I always forget that part. Say, you're the Watcher of Cadnua, aren't you? I've never met anyone famous before, except the Hazen.
Maybe.
She yells at me sometimes.
She yells at you?
Oh,
Why?
all the time. Where's my white leaf? Stop daydreaming. Sabormi, if you lose the ledgers again, I'll have you clean the latrine.
Try not to lose the ledgers then.
All this time, I didn't realize she knew my name.
Are you always this excitable?
This is my first time away from the rough country.
The rough country.
I'd heard of the thick, green forests and sandy beaches without a storm in sight, but I never imagined this.
Yeah, well, there might be some storms coming.
Seen all sorts of amazing places.
Sure, I've just got to get Aethys to stop standing on them.
That sounds like an adventure. I love Rauatai, but it's hard to go a week without seeing storms or hearing about mudslides burying a village somewhere.
Fair enough. Can I buy anything?
I could, but my supplies are for the Royal Deadfire Company and our allies. Hazanui's orders. Maybe if you impress
Okay.
Atsura, they could make an exception.
I get you. Fair enough. Can I go in here? Is there anyone in here? No. It's just a stack of stuff. So what, is she like some kind of quartermaster for that place? Okay, so there's a door here. Are we allowed to go through here? Apparently so. I think this is the area that we were told to go to anyway. The lower area of Imperial Command. That's what we're underground now, are we? I need to meet their queen. She might not let me in until I've impressed certain people, though. That might be why we have to do this.
They weren't that bad.
Rhyming Hazanui
Who's
with
in here?
Louis?
I can't think of anything else that goes with Hazen.
There's Atsura, the person we were told to speak to. The man behind the desk regards you with attentive, unblinking eyes and a perfectly open expression. His smooth features make it hard to pinpoint his age, though the crinkles at the corner of his eyes suggest he's not especially young. He cocks his head, taking your measure. He pauses before speaking. All gestures perfectly choreographed.
Watcher Nui, the Lord of Cadnua.
That's right. I recognise that he's studying
I'm not
me.
one for ostentation, but your remarkable display at Queen's birth suggests that you are an individual with skills, not mere style.
Yeah, well, whatever. This is the part where you asked me to do some work for you, right?
You are most canny.
Yeah, I am.
But I think we can do plenty for each other.
Do you think so?
has long maintained trade interests in the region.
I get it.
While our homeland is rich in saltpeter, the violent climate and rocky soils make it a poor source for most other basic staples.
Alright, you want me to run supplies for you?
It's my business to look after the mainland's interests here.
Okay, does that include Luminous Adra?
That is a Valian frivolity.
Oh, that's okay
Leave
then.
it to them to observe a substance that occurs nowhere else on Aora, and immediately
Oh, yeah,
set
no.
about
I agree with
pulverizing it
him.
for profit.
They're also using it to advance animancy.
For now. But what will ultimately win out? The Valian
Well, that's a good
strive
question,
for
isn't it?
innovation?
Money.
Hunger. We know too little about Luminous Adra to understand the consequences of ripping it out. Perhaps
Quite
you
right.
can help me keep them from doing more harm.
What do you have in mind?
The demand for Luminous Adra has sent the Valian Trading Company into a frenzy. Their
Yeah.
expeditions grow too bold, and their officers too greedy.
Well, they're always greedy though, aren't they?
Worse, their rapid expansion
I mean, they are.
attracts pirates and threatens
They really
the
are.
outlying Huana tribes. This risks souring the Kahanga royals against all foreign involvement, but you can curtail their growth.
This isn't about welfare though, it's about you being
By
outpaced.
snapping up land, we need to grow food and build ships.
But
for
to be
our
fair,
people.
that's if that's the reason.
Indeed. But our interests and Deadfire's are not mutually exclusive. The
I get what he's saying.
Valians have sent an expedition to Pococahara, a storm-wrecked
Oh.
island believed to house a
If there's
Valian
Luminous
force.
Adra there, then Eothas might
I
go.
hear you
Eothas?
accomplished an incredible feat in
I've forgotten his name
restoring
already.
Luminous Adra near Port Majid. If your
did.
abilities allow you to do that, then perhaps you are also capable of the opposite. Find the
do I want
Luminous
to destroy
Adra
it?
at Pococahara. Render it unusable to the Valians. This should encourage them to develop the resources they
Okay.
have, rather than reaching for more.
I thought you were concerned about disturbing it, though. That's what he said to me. Deeply, he says.
But if a small sacrifice here will discourage the Valians from further ventures, then it is a worthwhile risk.
Well, we'll see.
Deadfire is a tumultuous place. Consider the value of an ally with ships, cannons, and the backing of a great empire. I do not have
I'll
the
consider it.
precise location of Pococahara, but the tribe on the nearby island of Tikawara could probably help.
Okay.
I suggest starting there. Now, what
Just
else
put it on
can
the
I
map.
do for you?
What exactly is this place?
It's a trading post, of
A trading
course.
post with high walls, cannons, and guard towers.
Anything worth building is worth protecting.
You seem different from all the
How
other
do you mean
Deadfire
that?
people. You're not as easy to
It
read.
comes from years of practice. It's the only way I've learned to beat Karanui at Hazatoa.
Fair enough. If that's all he wants to say, that's all he wants to say.
Me neither. That's why I leave epics to the lore call.
Let's see what this is about.
Criticism is easier than creation.
Keep your pirate friend in line around here, he says. Okay, fair enough. Now what's this, a prison? Well, if it's a prison, there's a guard in one of the cells. I don't know what it is. We'll take a look around the outskirts of this room before we leave. I think we're pretty much ready to go now. Where's that going to take us? That takes us back outside. I don't think I want to go out that way though. I want to go back out the way I came in. But I do want to look... Nah, nothing of interest. And then there's just some dormitories. So I'm not too concerned about that because I'm not planning to steal all their stuff from their footlockers or whatever. But I do want to leave. And by doing that then we can look around the rest of the city before leaving to do any other quests that require us to be outside. Most of them so far seem to be, you know, we have to get on our boat and go to a variety of islands or locations in order to progress the story. Let's see what eventually what their queen wants us for. Assuming we can find a way out of here. A lot of running around required before you actually get anywhere. Okay, how do we get out of here? We need to go down. Down and then across.
But he represents all of Rautai.
Then must he put his name on everything? Try share is simpler.
Okay, I think this is the way we want to go. To leave. A lot of sailors and people making their way away from there. There we go, the east exit. So that will let us go to, we can go to Pariki's Overlook or the Sacred Stair. Let's go to the Sacred Stair first. Let's see what that's all about. Maybe if we go that way we can sort out the thing about feeding the people. Possibly. Although if we need to sneak supplies in for them, that might be a bit of a pain. That's those people that we managed to find a cure for Okay. When you're ready, arriving in a new area. The Sacred Stair.
I get the feeling you don't like me much. Was it something I said?
I don't think he likes anybody much. But also he has his reasons.
No,
I'm aware of his reasons.
You're not doing anything wrong.
Okay, so we've got Hanging Sepulchres, Temple of Barath, Temple of Gone, a merchant, a merchant, a merchant.
If I'd bothered you this
Spire of the Soul Seers.
Nothing personal.
Well, let's see what's around.
Need to be talking is all.
Oh,
High Priest Hattie.
thanks for clearing that up.
He's regarding me with a steady, calm gaze.
We gather to honor the goddess, for we must earn the strength to endure the darkest of life's battles.
This is your temple?
The Kira, rain and wind, is a better teacher than any priest.
Fair enough.
Fighter, accustomed to comfort, earns only bruises. Each obstacle,
True, very true.
We must answer. These are whetstones that sharpen us into fine blades.
So they're all about fighting. Didn't expect to see so many foreigners here.
Opportunity to learn. What good is a fighter who knows how to defend against a single enemy? If we must one day fight one another, such is Magran's will.
And Magran and I aren't on the best of terms, though.
Do you believe so? It is not in might alone that Magran holds influence. There is purpose, conviction, achievement.
I may honour her in many ways.
May honor her in many ways.
Yeah, which way to the palace?
Follow the path as it climbs the mountain, all the way to the Serpent's Crown.
So we have to climb the mountain to the Serpent's Crown. I guessed that because I can see that it's at the top of the mountain. Mark Vanderby by. I remember middle years inspecting a metal tool unlike any I've ever seen. He has several similarly strange items on his belt, all quite clean and orderly.
Good day, traveler. I see you've taken an eye to my instruments. If you've any interest in the medical sciences, you need only ask.
So he's a medical person.
Questions?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a researcher in the medical sciences. And
Fair enough.
before you ask, no, I don't mean animals.
He's not interested in animancy or magic.
Nor, God's forbid, necromancy.
No,
Medicine,
hopefully not.
medicine.
Necromancy suggests we'd have to get rid of you, to be honest.
And such. I've misgivings about magic use. It's useful, I'll grant you that. But it's a crutch. Stunts our scientific development.
I see.
Understand. Makes me a bit unpopular, as you can no doubt imagine. Which is why I've got this arquebus here.
What do you mean by unpopular
A
exactly?
patient of mine died under questionable circumstances. One morning they were fine, and the next they were dead. Someone is trying to discredit my work. I just know it.
So
They won't succeed.
he thinks someone's discrediting his work.
I came here to the archipelago to evade my rival's attempts at sabotage.
Okay.
And there certainly is quite a lot of work in the Deadfire, I must tell you.
Can you teach me anything about your
I've told
research?
you of my troubles. I suppose it's the least I can do. Settle in now. I've got a
3,000
lecture prepared
copper?
for just this occasion.
No, I don't have 3,000
Change your
copper.
mind.
And I don't really know if what he's going to tell me is of any interest anyway. Alright, let's go and look at this Temple of Gone. We also need to look at that Temple of Barath. Actually, do you know what? Let's go towards the Temple of Barath first. A monk of Magran. And some guards. And regular citizens. Razor Gill. So there's the Temple of Barath. We have to go down those stairs over there to get in. I don't know that we're going to see anyone that really wants to talk to us, to be honest, but
Supplies! Get your supplies here!
some awakened Adra. Just take everything. That's the Spire of the Soul Seers. Let's see what that's all about. Ow. Ba 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 ba. See what we can find in here. Maybe some missions. Oh, we got animancers. I don't like animancers anymore. Looks like I can take everything here. That takes us outside. That'll take us to the lower part. Doesn't look like that's... Let's have a look at the rooftop of this place and then we'll go down the stairs to the other area afterwards. I think. I know we could just ignore all this. But, you know, I like being able to pick up as many quests as possible. If that means fully investigating this city before we do anything else, then so be it. This is one of those towers, these Adra towers that are... We have guests. Neither of them are people we can talk to. Who's this one? A steady white-haired elf frowns down at a table covered in coiled copper wires and glimmering shards of Adra. Her gloved hands smooth her well-tailored Valian coat. Excuse me. She spins on me, blinking rapidly behind her glasses.
My apologies, I didn't see you there.
Okay. You okay?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be? Which is not
I don't know.
I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
Oh, do you? She sees her spectacles on her nose, and she's shaking.
Like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the...
Yeah, you're an animancer.
Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
You burned yourself.
I had a mishap with my machinery, but all is well now. The details are unimportant. I wish I were to return to my studies. In any case, why are you here?
Why are you in Nekitaka?
It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route.
And she was running away from something then, wasn't she?
Passage. I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea.
I know of no animancy that must be done at sea.
Then perhaps you will understand.
Not gonna like where this is going, am I?
I've long been fascinated by the nature.
Oh, entropy.
Nothing is unaffected by the passage of time, excepting souls. Supposedly. Is it not possible that repeated reincarnation damages a soul?
I suppose anything's possible if you don't know anything about it.
Itself be responsible for some of the many ills that plague the souls of Kith? I deduced that it was possible to escape the cycle. Escape Bareth's grasp. To remove one's soul from the wheel.
No, that's ridiculous.
I was wrong to expect more from you.
Your accent isn't Valian. Why are you dressed like one?
A bit of culture I've picked up along the way.
Right, okay.
I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's
well,
much
okay.
grander than clothing one finds in the white that wends.
Marvellous. Who's your tailor? Oh, she makes the food herself. She makes the food? She makes her clothes herself? Anyway. She doesn't seem like... Well, actually, no.
I am an open... In any case, why
any interest in getting out for field study?
I think, perhaps, that I would be grateful for the opportunity.
What can you do for me?
This blade is not merely for show. There are no end of swordsmen in the Deadfire, though, right? I, however, possess some little sway over the mind.
Okay, you can come along.
Whoa, you...
Thaklat, traveler.
I thought she said something else there. She can come with me for now.
I need. You may depart at your leisure.
So she could be a mind stalker, a cipher, or a rogue. I think we'll go with that, just because. Oh, I can't put her in my roster. Well, that's a shame. Still. She's not in our party anymore. And who's this? Flawnilette. She gives off an air of restrained chaos.
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
You work here?
Not the coziest place for it, is it? But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon.
She likes lightning.
Our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less delicate. Our junior researchers...
They want to make the equipment better. Why? What are you working on?
Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited.
They're always looking for volunteers.
We're always looking for volunteers. We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra.
It's Luminous Adra they're dealing with.
There are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing.
I'm not a test subject.
Consider yourself an equal partner in the Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. rejuvenation.
I mean, I suppose, okay, the good side of it.
You sell to people back home, ne? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence?
You mean like me?
Consider the talented cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Holds enormous
I'm not sure that's a benefit.
Essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other. Across
Right.
the in-between.
Well, yeah, I know
believe
that.
You can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment.
So you could travel across the
That is
city.
the very least of it, amico.
Yeah, at the very
You've only
least.
managed short jumps thus far. I'm hoping that your own gifts will make the difference. We've collected a number of illuminating
Right.
readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence.
Do I want to do this?
But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it.
You want to use my connection to the Adra to get somewhere.
We've had luck with shorter jumps, but those were as much spellcraft as science. The idea
Don't know if I like the idea of this.
On the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the
That could help
Adra
me.
veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you
So
are
everyone
holding
can
that
come with me.
connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
How many tombs and vaults you be thinking have ultra pillars inside?
Probably quite a lot.
The next pillar's due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh.
Okay, well, I have to take care of some other stuff first, but I might come back. It's interesting. An interesting idea that might give us a different sort of fast travel, if you like, across this city. Or across the world. We wouldn't have to use our ship. The trouble, of course, would be that then I wouldn't remember where my ship was. Perhaps. But there's other things we need to do here first. Because I don't know, you know, I don't know if I do that, am I going to be able to come back? I just don't know. But it might help. The other thing I'd ask is, what if one of these pillars was suddenly drained by Aethys as he's walking by? What then? Would we be stranded in the ether? Is it worth taking the risk? I just don't know. Right, let's take a look at what's around here. This is the way down to that temple of Barath. So let's go and look at it. Oh. There was another temple as well. In the top corner. To Gon. Which is to say, to Aethys. But we needed to go there, didn't we, to complete a mission? Well, let's have a look around here first. Is this the priestess, or... This is the acolyte. Or an acolyte. And that's an acolyte. I don't think I want any of that. Little bells ringing. There's a temple guardian there. What's this? Tablets hold the tale of Kahopa and Tangaloa. And this is the High Priest. I'm a little wary of High Priests.
Unusual.
What's unusual?
Come closer to the altar. Come inside.
The temple welcomes me. Does he know that I'm... I don't know. I'm working for Barath?
Talking. Not until we pay our respects to Berith. To Riku.
Okay.
Let us pray.
Okay.
Deity of life and death,
The Devourer.
Devourer who encompasses all existence, hear this prayer, this voice chiming. I beseech you,
Kahopa and Tangaloa.
and Tangaloa,
Ready this shell for shucking.
for shucking. purify my soul in preparation for the coming of the next cycle. Digest all of my devotion.
Swallow his sorrows.
All my sorrows, even the smallest swell, so I can be spit on the morrow. And
fair enough.
Bereth, my god and goddess both. The
From life to death to life again. Blessed be an end.
All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can.
Okay.
So ask.
What was that about preparing your soul for shocking? Oh, he's almost the end of his life.
Working hard, preparing for weeks. You know, to die.
I see.
I've got to leave guidance for my apprentice, the next in the cycle.
It's to guide his apprentice. Let's discuss something else.
I'll happily listen. Speak a bit, too.
Tell me about the writing on the tomes.
Liturgies, instructions for ritual preparation.
Histories.
When and how. Sermons. Some histories, too.
Could be an interesting
All
read.
of this, it's our knowledge has gleaned through centuries of service. Now, I've got to leave it all behind for the next disciple.
Impressive altar. What else do you boast?
Carved in the
A maze of catacombs.
lies an extraordinary maze of catacombs. So I've read.
I don't know if I want to have anything to do with that.
Burial place for ancient Wana chieftains. The bodies are protected by Bereth's best.
Okay.
Roaming.
And the way is sealed by Bereth.
Plus, the ways sealed by the deity itself.
I would expect this might be somewhere. Oh, he had a cough, but he's better now.
Tighter. And there is one thing before the end. Something only one touched by Bereth can do.
Bereth and I have a history.
I know you do.
Oh, he knows.
My infinity coil keeps rattling.
Resonating with my chime.
Resonating with your chime.
What does that mean, I wonder?
The coil resonates, but it's weak.
I could unseal the way, but I'd die inside.
You could unseal the way, but you'd die inside, I think.
Alright.
My chance would be lost then. Lost with your remains. Not just anyone can escape the hanging sepulchres. Alive.
But Kithbeer and Barath's chime are rare. This might be the only chance you get.
Time's waning fast.
Right, you are on that.
I'd best not let this chance pass. There's a sacred text.
The eulogy of Ysir.
It's been buried in the catacombs beneath the temple for centuries, next to his champions.
What do you think? Do you think we could do this?
Of course, the tombs, they only open to the dead, or those bearing Bereth's chime.
What do you need the eulogy for?
It never was added to the tomes.
Alright, so they want to add that to the
It
tomes.
holds the final clues for my death. It's my best chance. I prayed for decades, night to day and night again.
Okay.
Now, here you are, just in time. Means Bereth sent you to see to my success.
Okay, well I can take a look for it.
You're my best chance.
I've gained the eel's coil.
Take the coil. It'll open.
Okay. So that's a quest we need to do at some point. I need to just see something. How difficult is that? Yeah, that's a very difficult quest to be doing right now. So we'll leave it for the moment. There was another place we needed to go, which was the other temple. I think we have to pass through that place full of animancers again. But yeah, that other temple, we should be able to convince somebody to feed the downtrodden in the that kind of slum area. Doesn't mean they will, Which means we can ask them to.
I don't know
That's
how
obviously
you would
the...
watch us sleep, carrying all those souls around.
Down there is obviously the
Some nights
entrance
it's the lantern that
to...
lulls me to sleep. It pulses like a
Oh,
heart
could have gone
in
that
my
way.
hand.
If you find that comforting, then I'm glad for you.
Okay. So I want to go to the Temple of Gone before heading off elsewhere. So that's a quest we can do at some point. Go underneath that temple and look for a tome that guy was needing. Oh, do you know what? We probably need to go that way.
Candles and bombs.
That's a Dawnstar vendor. I don't think that's where we want to go. Temple of Gone. Alright, we need to go back down the stairs. Because we need to go there. To finish off another quest. At least I think that would be what for. Can't believe that guy's asking 3,000 copper to tell me a story that may or may not be true. I don't want to go out the exit just yet. Get some Ratiti root. And this should be the Temple of Gone that we promised somebody we would go and visit. Try and convince somebody that we can get food to the poor. A worthy cause, perhaps. Maybe. Let's see. A Derek.
So it is you. I could not think of a reason why your ghost should haunt the Deadfire, save to haunt me. And that smacks of arrogance, sister.
Does it? Oh. Shoti's there. Oh, he's going to whisper to me.
Collection of spirits? The rumor was that Cat Nua was destroyed, and you with it. I was sorry to hear it.
I thought you'd gone back to Red Ceres.
I did in time. Once I thought I had summoned up the words to explain.
None of it made sense.
White March. None of it made much sense to the Regency, but my men stood by me. If I was mad, so were they. When the priest spoke of
Fair
Ael's
enough.
return, I volunteered to come, along with a few of my men. I think the Morning Council was content to have me out of the way. That's putting it all very simply. But then,
okay.
I suspect few of us have simple reasons for coming to the Deadfire.
Are you still fretting about your Watcher abilities?
I don't know. I came here on a pilgrimage of a kind. Negataka is full of spirits.
And the sea.
Where to begin?
It's my thoughts exactly.
On the soul, Adaric. Don't make your journey through hell darker than it has to be.
Sounds like it'd be pretty dark already, to be honest. If that's what it is.
You are a Watcher still. Yet you are neither mad nor killed. It's good to see.
Found the man behind my awakening and put my past lives to rest.
And which I was weak enough to doubt. See, there. Determination will win out every time.
Well, I'm tracking down Aethys.
His appearance has renewed your faith as well. I think for once I am content to wait. If our God wishes to speak with us, wishes anything of us, he will give us a sign.
Yeah, I'm only doing it because of Bereth asking me to.
Then your path is clear. The gods know much that we do not.
Exactly. Sorry I lost your sword along with the castle, although I don't know who he is because I don't think we met him when I played.
It's fulfilled its purpose.
Okay, well what news of Red Ceres?
From the Deadfire raises new tumult.
Done penance for long years.
Restored. Well,
it doesn't seem like Aethys has his mind on forgiveness these days.
Okay, well, see you around, Adaric. Where's the priest? Wirtan.
Is that really you? And Adair, you made it out of Gilded Vale for good then. I'm glad.
Exactly. We did.
If you hadn't left him for dead.
I haven't forgotten. It's why I'm here, Adair.
Yeah. Why are you here?
I kept to my word. I started trying to help around town like you told me. When the Hollowborn
Had good
curse
years
ended,
after
it
the
was like,
Hollowborn curse.
you
That
can't
I helped
imagine
to
what that
remove,
meant to
obviously.
everyone. We had some good years. Then
With their
word
children.
came through that the Dawn Stars were coming out here. That the Shattered God was back to being the Shining God.
Well,
Blazes, I tossed
not
and turned
entirely
about it.
true.
I figured there couldn't be a clearer sign. So now I'm doing what I can, handing out food.
Alright,
mostly,
so
or
he's
delivering supplies.
helping people.
Familiar work, I guess. Took some getting used to, working shoulder to shoulder with Raid Sarens, but it's not so hard as you'd think. Feels like I'm on the right path. Toward a little piece of redemption, maybe?
Okay, well I guess everyone's chasing Aethys these days.
Don't know what you have to be sorry for. Would be nice to get some answers, maybe.
Well,
or
not a lot, to be fair.
For getting his people killed.
There's no true gods to redeem us,
I
just
guess
us.
You've changed your mind some since we met. I never got a sign from Aethys.
Because I know that's true.
There was just you.
Yeah,
I know that they're not gods.
We'll see where you end up in the next life. They can't redeem you, but you'll still be judged.
We know the truth, don't we? We know that they're just ancient Engwithans. Nordegand.
Shine upon you.
Somebody that won't doesn't really help us that much. High Priestess Sewen, that's the person we needed to talk to, I think. She's happy.
Jody, I do hope you're not getting into trouble now.
Not getting into trouble, no.
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
Pitley said you may be able to help with the food shortage in the gullet.
You did good, helping Petley with the infected. Anyone half so capable's got my ear. But I won't make you an empty promise.
Okay, well, make any kind of
We
promise.
tried. Shipped some shares for charity. God, it's nearly 2 years back. Had the means to do some real good.
Guards won't give them it.
Guards wouldn't have it. Sent it all to the palace
To be shared out, yeah, but amongst the top end. What if I could ensure it reached the Ruparu?
We'd be glad to lend a hand. But how'll you see our shares reach the Ruparu this time? What makes you think it'll work now when it didn't then?
They run a port beneath the gullet.
Now hold on just 1 minute. I've got no beef with the Principal.
Smuggling.
But smuggling? That puts us on the wrong side of Kahanga law. We're only here, within the tribe, by the grace of the royals.
I'd rather play politics than feed a starving population.
Our lives aren't a game. I know you want to do right by the Ruparu. I do too. But I can't go kicking a hornet's nest to do it.
Well, the arrangement doesn't ever need to come to light.
No one will know of it?
I give you my word, and I'm known for keeping it.
Might surprise you, but I wasn't born yesterday. Now, tell me again why I ought to trust you.
Well, the Principal won't be telling anyone.
What matters are the results. I can't idly stand by while the Ruparu suffer. We'll get you the food. You see to the rest.
Yeah, you just supply us with food. We'll get it there. You don't need to tell anyone where it came from. We got an agreement in the end. Who's that person that's blocking the door? Get away from me. That's great, but I need out. There we go. Right, so we've secured the food, potentially. Which is good. We can help these people now. The question would have to be, is that a good thing? Is it going to put us in, show us in a bad light? I don't know. Doesn't really matter.
Hey, Shody. There's James here.
Where does that take me?
He's still getting to you.
I can deal with the dreams.
Well, that would take me up the top there.
What makes me sweat is the not knowing. What happens
Fair
when
enough.
I stand face to face with my God?
Well, we can exit from here.
What he intends?
I'm hoping that'll let me go to Perikey's Overlook. Yes. And then hopefully that will then allow us to go to the Serpent's Crown district, finally. There's a lot of running around you have to do before you get there, isn't there? then potentially we have to actually complete some of these quests before she'll do anything for us as well. But we still haven't unlocked the place, so we don't have any choice, really. It doesn't look like. This is Periki's Overlook. Or Periki's Overlook, I don't know. Let's have a look at the map. What do we have here? So yeah, to Serpent's Crown up there. We've got a bathhouse, the Overlook Cuisine. Okay. Let's go this way first then. The Luminous Bathhouse. I guess there's Luminous Adra being used here. Just a guess. But also there might be some quests. We are really picking up quests as we go, aren't we? Also we have to speak to the Valians afterwards. Oh, there's naked people here. I'm greeted by a tall, carefully composed man. Crescent moon in the centre of his forehead glows faintly.
Welcome, welcome. I am Ganor, owner and proprietor of the Luminous Bathhouse. If there's any way
Hello.
I might make your visit more comfortable, you need only ask.
What do you have for sale? Rest, basically. We can also hire adventurers, including bringing in 3 made ones. Or we can hire some. We don't need any of them right now. Okay, so that's basic. Oh no, wait. No. Let's see if there's anyone else here we can talk to. Not just all these naked people. Who does not wish to be disturbed. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Some moderately real-looking body parts that I don't think we need to be seeing. You know, more that might get us in some kind of trouble. Well, that's a person. Udine.
But you need come to ease it. Pity.
I see you brought your pain, but you've not come to ease it. You're Udine, right? We heard you know where we can find Remero.
Oh, you poxy old salt. Spill what you know before we spill your guts.
Careful, Seraphim. There's no need to be so rude.
Remaro described you pointedly. He told me that you would come were you in danger.
Described you pointedly and told me that you would come if you were in danger.
No, not I. But I do seek him, though. And I feel that he needs me. Feel it in the deep depths of my furry fun sack.
What?
If you care for him, you'll be telling me what you know.
He bade me not tell anybody of
He
his
doesn't want
plans
anyone
here.
to know.
He's left this area, afeard of the danger he fishes on those near to him.
He's scared of the danger they might cause. Please help him.
He's the nearest thing.
He loves him like a father.
Why didn't he trust me?
He did trust
He didn't
you.
trust anyone.
He trusted you wholly, I'll tell you. And trust you to go on best what to make of the conning. Remaro treated me as
To know
galleon
best
for
what to
my
make of the
clipper.
knowing.
A stuggy trade, surely, but he insisted that he needed the speed.
Okay.
I can't tell you what he intends, but he set sail for Sayuka.
So he's gone to
intending
Sayuka.
finish there. That's everything I con, for whatever good it does you.
He gave up the sorcerer. And for what?
Yeah.
An elven clipper?
For a ship.
That's as much sense
Yeah.
as Doug's on a Drake cap. He'd be easy catchings for any freebooter after his hide.
Who's hunting him besides Malnage?
And that salted cockfarce be the biggest threat, sure as shit. But others will want that bounty too. Not to mention the favour comes with it.
Strange that your friend's trying to avoid you, though.
Surely thinks he's protecting me.
Probably.
Stubborn as I seem, Captain Watcher. Romaro makes me look the dabbler.
Well, we should hurry to Sayuka at some point then.
Mind. Thank you mightily, lass. Enjoy the baths.
Safe travels. The
Safe
wages
travels.
of war catch you up soon or soon.
I guess sooner or later. Perhaps. Right, let's go upstairs and see what's up there before we leave. I just walk past some people and I'm like, oh, there's some things that we don't want to see there. I hope there's not more of that upstairs. We'll walk across on the other side of this, the pool on our way back. Okay, we've got some people standing around. The waters help her forget her troubles. I just want the golden obols, I guess. Don't know what they are, but... Oh. A bathhouse occupant. We're not allowed to come in their room. We can't put a bucket over their head. Or anything like that. I don't want worn robes. An attendant. Patron. A couple more patrons. And that takes us outside to Pericky's Overlook. See where that takes us. Just out of interest. There was nothing much else here anyway. And if it's an exit to that place, all the better. Okay, so we've learned a bit about Seraphine's quest. We're not obviously going to do it right now. But, you know, in a little while. This is just the upper floor anyway. We might find we can't go anywhere from here.
Nago. You have truly put your foot in it this time.
Bathhouse patron. No, it looks like there's nowhere to go here anyway. We do need to leave. We need to climb down.
Nago. You have truly put your foot in it.
And the only way down is to go through that door and then down to the lower floor. Hopefully with that we can continue our questing. Or just get the heck out of here. That's the main thing we want to do. There's so much to do in this place though. Like lots to do. You know, you'd think because it loaded the area before it should load it quite nicely. But it doesn't. I'm always concerned it's frozen as well. Then it just suddenly jumps like that. Anyway. Here we go, let's get out of here. Past all the naked people. Like, just a moderate surprise, you know, you're walking around and then there they are. People in a bathhouse, but of course they would be. Just dance to the music. And then bump your head on the thing, that works. Bump my head on my microphone. I'm sure you didn't enjoy that, and I'm sorry. Okay, let's keep going. Curious Lantern, name your price.
You have truly put your foot in it this time.
Who's this guy?
Adolf-Entry.
Degnos.
You go to visit the luminous bathhouse, yes?
Perhaps, why'd you ask?
Like a fool, I left it inside. My ship is due
Right.
to sail from Nekataka with the next high tide. If I do not find it, my Kasita will surely throw me overboard. Now,
Why don't you just go back in and
I
get
cannot
it?
swim. I would go by myself, but the guards, they bar the doors to me without my Kasita present. They think I am a thief.
Well, why not ask the Cassita to retrieve it?
I would rather her not discover my incompetence.
Understandable concern. Are you a thief?
No, of course not.
I'll let you know if I see it.
Gelade. You mean it? Agrasi.
That's a sheen of sweat on his upper lip.
There is one thing.
Oh, there's one thing, is there?
How could I have forgotten? If you could, do not open the satchel. The contents are...
What's in it?
The information is proprietary. You understand?
Oh, I would never.
When I first saw you,
Ever.
I knew you were a trustworthy sort. I knew. Please, when you find the satchel, meet me at Peddler's Canal in Queensberth.
Right, okay, well, I guess we gotta go and see about this then. See what this is all about. Seeing as we're in the place, we're right next to the place where it is. Where is it? Learn about Pokakahara. That's not what I want. Let me just see. Salt in the wound. Search the second floor rooms in the bathhouse for Degnos' satchel. Well, let's try. Seeing as we're here anyway. Let's do a quest instead of just wandering around. Well, at least let's do half of it. Let's pick up the bag. See what it is. Imagine telling me to pick up a satchel and don't look in it! What if it's something that could get me in serious trouble? I might want to hand it to someone else. Well, let's go back and let's go up there and see exactly what's going on. What if it's not up there? That's the other question, isn't it? I don't remember seeing any satchels. Maybe he wants me to steal it from someone else. What, he's not allowed to go in on his own? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Is it because they think he might be a perv? I suppose that might be it, you never know. Right, a satchel.
Please leave.
Okay, I'll do that in a minute. No satchels there that I can see. Or here. I wonder if we just quickly chat to these people. Costs outrageous, but I pay it gladly. Massage and a stiff drink. Well, if it's not in any of those other rooms, surely it has to be in this one. Only I don't see a satchel in any of these rooms. Unless we have to go outside. What good is a single towel? It's enough, isn't it? How many towels do you need? There's nothing here that's any use to me. There is definitely not a satchel.
I think that's beyond me.
I'll handle this.
What, can't close the door? Alright, fair enough. There's nothing here. Unless, did I pick something up already? Let me just have a look. If I had, it would be in the top few things. The eel's coil. That opens the hanging sepulchres, which we might need at some point. But there is no... No, we didn't pick up a satchel. And there's nothing lying there. Let's just check in case it's outside. But, in all honesty, it looks like it's gone. Unless I looted it without realising. Oh, there might be a tab for quest items. I forgot to do that, to check that. Because there was a tab for quest items in the last game, wasn't there? Just check that, just in case. Okay, that's from, I don't know, newest to oldest? I don't know what I've just done there. Nobody has any extra interesting stuff there, so no. Satchel, satchel. Please make yourself comfortable. Add a spell. Water's the only thing that calms his hemorrhoids. There's nothing here. What good is a single towel? A lot of these people seem to be having the same conversations. There's no satchel. Unless I'm totally blind, there is no satchel. At all. So unless the guy that's running this place has it. It looks like it's gone. But it's definitely not here. Another quick look. Yep, nothing in that one. Another quick look. Definitely nothing in that one. Let's just check that again. Let's take everything. Just to be on the safe side. But there's nothing. No satchel and no other items I can see. So I guess we could look... Well, we'll try speaking to the guy in charge of this place and see if he found a satchel. In case it got handed in as lost property. Yeah, I doubt it. I'm going to guess it's some kind of important documents. And if they're important documents, well... I don't know. I wonder if there's anyone walking around with a satchel. I don't see anyone. Well, there's another way out. Okay. Unless we go to the... Could it be in the boiler room?
My friend, you return. If you require anything at all, you need only ask.
Do you know Degnos?
Casita Vetta's servant? The irritating one? Yes, he was here tending her just a few days ago.
A few days ago.
He tried to sneak into one of my rooms and told me a pathetic sob story when he was caught. I had the guards toss him out on the street.
Okay. He made up a sob story. So he didn't believe anything he said. Right, well let's take a look at this place down here. Maybe they're storing lost property here. Or, you know, stuff that they've stolen. In which case you use lost property with some hefty air quotes. Liberated property, perhaps. Bathhouse attendant. Don't like the smell of Adra. Not surprised. What's this? A crack in the walls, perhaps just wide enough to accommodate a Mara squeezing in sideways. Where's this taking me? Should I have done this? All these questions and more will be answered in just a moment, I guess. Those were only 2 questions. It seems a bit much to be calling it all these questions, doesn't it? What is this place? There's not much to it, but there is something. Use a hammer and chisel to crack through this. I catch a silver glint of a wire snapping. Bells and horns sound a discordant alarm. What is this place? Where are we? Where are we? Should I be here?
Well, as long as I don't get... Guess that wasn't so hard.
There's a morning star. as well, seeing as we've broken in now anyway, we may as well make the most of it, right? What is this place? Archimere's Manor's Laboratories.
I see the wits of their eyes.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of monsters down here. Oh, I think this is a bad idea. But maybe we can get rid of this failed experiment quickly. And all the other things. Get that imp, because it's doing some serious damage. Or it could. What's that thing? Looks like a block of stone. Hey wait, there's... How have they got here? Kill that thing. Have we done it? Okay, I don't really know what this place is. I'm a little concerned that we maybe shouldn't have gone here, to be honest. We're fighting all sorts of things and I don't know what they're here for. Or if we should be here at all. I don't really want to open that door yet, that looks like a pretty big room. Oh, more enemies here. Flame blights. Don't appear to be too tough, but there is an imp there. It's not as tough as the other ones were. Yeah, take it. Okay. This is like a blacksmith's place. But there's nothing else really worth finding here by the look of things. Corridor. No doors on this side. I feel like I shouldn't be here. There's a vault here. I'll have someone tinker with the panel to see if anything works. Something's missing. Examine the absence in the center. Setting for a gemstone. So it's like a combination lock. Okay, well I don't think we can do anything with it right now then, can we? What's in here? Another enemy, or two. Go for the Stormblight. We are cutting through everything fairly quickly. I feel like... The question is, have we come to this too early? Motionless skeletons. There's nothing particularly interesting to be found on any of those things. Well, if this is like a manor house, I don't want to go all the way in. I didn't even want to go here in the first place. But we'll have a look at this dungeon level. See what's there, I guess. There was no mission that we had or anything that required us to go here. At least not yet. Okay, I think we've explored that all we need to for now. But it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we could look around more. But we'd have to go into that house to find the way in through that lock, I think, anyway. Not that interested in finding out right now, because there's some pretty high level enemies in that building. But we've cleared out a basement. Makes me think that the people running this bathhouse are running a bit of a front. For some kind of criminal theft ring. Or, well, at least somebody there. Some sort of housebreaking group. Hopefully not. Well, it doesn't really matter to me. All I was going there for was to see if that guy's satchel was hidden there. As it is, there's no satchel. So I didn't find one. So let's just leave. Go to Pericky's Overlook. There was a higher level, but I couldn't see a way to get up there. So let's forget about that for now, because I can't see any other reason to do it, really. Okay. Area map. We've got
you seem to be frequently at odds
exotic
with
herbs.
Some of my brethren don't
Overlook
understand
cuisine.
why I do what I do, but I'm not beholden to them.
Is that what that is?
I can certainly sympathize.
Marihi's metalwork. Let's take a look. I realised that basically this entire stream has been spent finding things, but that's a large portion of these kinds of games, you know, you spend ages looking for things to do. And I've basically just almost taken an entire city's worth of quests. Let's have a chat to this person. I'm not going to steal from that because...
I say, you look like someone who wants protection and a certain something about presence. Akira? Holler if any of the
probably.
steel laying around catches your fancy. Or
Can you do anything with these bits of metal?
Akira, but these wonders have suffered greatly. I say you must take better care of your things.
I know, believe me. What do you think?
I say I could repair these to their working order. Something about
1,500?
Yearns to bond as one. I could join all these pieces into a great sword for 3,000 if you need iron or steel.
3,000?
Maybe even something lighter. I've got plenty in stock.
Okay, well, I don't have 3,000 right now to spend on a sword. Unfortunately. But maybe later. We'd probably make it and it probably wouldn't be any better than what we've got now. That kind of cracked a little bit, sorry.
Thought we agreed you'd stay out of my head.
I weren't in your head.
What do we have here? Exotic herbs.
Like an ogre's snores. Would be a fool and a half not to make sure them thoughts.
We'll see what's going on. See if there's any quests to be had in the exotic herb store. Come on. Hey there, how are you? So, anything of interest in here then?
Steely at your service. I can tell that you're new to the Deadfire. Maybe you're still getting your bearings?
Maybe I am.
My herbs can help with seasickness or worse afflictions.
What makes you think I got here recently?
It's nothing personal. You just have that taking everything in look about.
She's right, we are taking everything in, aren't we?
It'll pass.
Okay.
Oh, ain't no shame in looking, lass.
Alice sighing. So what brings you to Pericky's Overlook?
Money is the obvious answer, but I don't
Money.
think that's what
Well, your
you're
feet,
after.
surely they brought you there.
Yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself
And a
as
florist.
I think the city liked the idea of putting a flower shop somewhere visible. Probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. Hariki's Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation, there to show travelers
Of course.
that the Huana are ready for the world at large.
Show me what you've got for sale then. Just out of interest. I don't think I'm going to buy any of it just now. Do we have any stuff we can sell here actually? Two-handed Morning Star. Ooh. I might have to switch to that. The Cult of the Sanguine Harvest. Right, so now you can have... Well, the books aren't worth anything. I may as well take it anyway, get it out of my hands. Imp husbandry. Never allow imps to learn spells or wield artifacts. Good idea. That can go. Some antidotes. Can have that. I can only have one pet and I've already got one, so we'll get rid of that one. Barath's Bell. I can have that. Potions are useful. That boosts our ship's crew. Nah. That might be useful. Theorems of Pangram. All about animancy. Get rid. And more about animancy in the modern age. Some stories about that. I don't need that animancer's hat. I'll keep the awakened Adra for now. That can go. There's another cat, but we've already got a cat. Although that one's actually... maybe we'll use that one. The dog... no, I don't need that one. A Vithrak brain. You can have that, I don't want to use that. Anything that helps crew morale though we need to probably get rid of. Abraham reduces recovery penalty. Bye Abraham. I could sell those, but there's no point because they cost like 1,000. Nope. Nope. Is there anything else that we need to get rid of? We can get them forged, so it'd be better to keep them for now. Oh yeah, get rid of those. I don't think I want those. Keep that, just in case it's useful to us at some point. Now that's a regular cannon, which I don't think is as good as the ones we have. 200 to 500 meters, damage 6 to 9. Sell that. That helmet can go. So at the moment we just want to get rid of a load of stuff that's no use, and that'll clear up some space. There's a grimoire. Does he have a grimoire already? I don't know. No, cancel that. Sell all that stuff. Okay. I don't know whose grimoire that is. Sell that. Is there anything we don't need or want in amongst this? These are all just get rid of that, get rid of that. We don't need it anymore. We've read it and gone through the trouble that it required us to go through. I think that's it. And none of them have anything of interest. Okay. But I do want to see about this weapon. Let's see. Because I think it's a bit better than the weapon I've got. So back out to Pariki's Overlook. I will do a story quest eventually, I promise. If it's the last thing we do today. We're not far away from doing that now, I don't think. Although obviously we go up into the next district and there'll be other people to speak to. I'd be interested to see what the situation is with that manor, that mansion. Let's see. That's Arkamir's manor over there. Got the Dark Cupboard and Emeta's Refreshments. So the Dark Cupboard is the magic shop that we were told about. I don't know if I want to go in here, there's probably nothing to really talk to anyone about. Yeah, and I need to check for Aloth's grimoire just to see if he does have one. That's the thing I forgot to look at. I'm pretty sure he does, because he'd be pretty useless without one. We must have, because he's casting spells.
Cajun back? They don't let you have those in Deer.
Yeah, that's fine.
That Sounds in pretty good condition.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Okay, looks like we might have a mission here.
Into your mess, Bertenno, not again.
Then you
They've
leave
got
me no choice.
constructs supporting
I'm
them.
sorry.
Hey, come back with that, Madiko.
He's a thief! A thief! And those constructs did absolutely nothing about it. Are they guards or what?
That flaccid Batso.
Oh.
You had nothing
Nice.
back?
The imp matters to itself.
What am I going to do? Think, Fascina.
And what was that all about?
My postinago of a lover stole Roko's
right.
fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves.
Strange that they didn't attack him.
Strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious.
Right. And why are the gloves so important?
You don't know Arkemir, do you? He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from
Fair
those
enough.
gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow.
I'll let you know if I happen to find them.
Considering this is not your problem. I do not
Most
know
certainly
whether
is
Othello
not.
fancies his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks. He mentioned that he owes
Well,
money
I'm not
to
going
an
back there
Othello
right now.
captain named Hamuto Stonehill. Not someone to cross, I hear.
Can I get inside Arkemir's manor?
Hang laundry. Get inside the manor. The house
Locked
is
tighter
more
than his
tighter
fist.
Arkemir's clenched fist. Ifrin tried to sneak in. Now he's stuck in a box telling fortunes for pyres.
Well, can you tell me anything useful?
The imps that guard the manor? Idiots. Arkemir plays with shape-shifting illusions, so his imps know him by his clothes.
Alright, so if we were wearing his
That
clothes.
you
Okay. Well, that's interesting. But I've already got a way in anyway. Fortune for a pand, good sir? No thanks. Fortune-telling nonsense. Is that a stairwell we can go up? I don't want to go to their... Do I want to go to their living quarters? Why not? Then after this we'll probably head up to the next area. Because I don't really see any need to go into that manor. I've said I want to go there, but why do I need to go there? I don't know. Maybe there's a reason.
That's unusual.
Maybe those are his clothes. I'd like him to disarm that trap if he can.
That's not nice. Guess that wasn't so hard.
A troll hide belt and some copper. Fascina's journal. Arkemir saves only the most tedious errands for me. When he claims to be deep and steady, I'll find him wandering the halls wearing an illusory face to trick his imps. Fools them every time. Might be useful. I'm assuming at some point we'll have to go back there. But I don't know when. And for now, we've got other things to do. Other things that I could have probably done straight away. Okay. So we can leave this shop for now. And why exactly did they not attack that guy, those constructs? I guess we can find out later. For now, we need to go and speak to their queen, if she'll speak to us. She doesn't clap us in irons and throw us away straight away. I hope that meeting her doesn't, like, close all those quests or something. What I'll do, I think, before I do that is save the game. To ensure that something like that can't happen. Although I think that was a quick save just there. Remember, don't always rely on quick saves, because they might mess up. There's a guild there for what's called water shapers.
You have no right to interfere in Rowatai's business.
Oh, what's this argument about?
Is it business, you company drudge?
I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride. and I wager that Arkemir cares even less.
If this is what passes for Rautai in diplomacy, Razanui has bigger problems.
If you've come
Interesting.
to see Arkemir, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
Did you say wizard business?
Could be drinking
You're a
Koiki
wizard,
wine with
Arkemir.
dead
Wait, no.
kings. There's no finding him if he
I'm
doesn't
what?
want to be found.
And why did you want to speak
The
to him?
wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it.
Well, there's
for
why we
Rautai.
might need to go in there. I know where his vault is,
In the
yeah.
middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both.
An intact primary source is rare to find.
Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Posturing about
Could mean
cultural
to
values
quite a lot of
like this.
people.
We both want the tablet for the same reason.
Is there another reason you both want it?
There are things better left unsaid.
While I'm standing here, you mean?
Akira, I don't
Perhaps.
deny it.
So, what's your plan? What are you going to
I
do?
might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Arkemir time to think.
What a load of...
Mm.
You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Arkemir?
Better not tell him about the
You
secret
island rats
passage
can
then.
barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Well, that's not very nice.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
Questions before you go.
Ah, these are frustrating times we live in. What say?
Any ideas on retrieving it?
Facina, Arkemir's apprentice.
Yeah, I spoke to her. She's not going to be much help.
True. Arkemir seems to enrage those of his inner circle, not excluding the imps.
Got questions about the tablet.
I say the relevance of the Harapo epic can't be overstated. It could prove a touchstone for the Huana. It could even... Sorry. You go ahead.
Did you know about the epic before he got it?
From the Journal of Rakua, an explorer who found the tablet on a remote island some 20 years ago.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately for Rakua, the most we found of her was
All he found was her journal.
Of a shipwreck.
And why did the Deadfire company want
The
it?
tablet can show them
Show them what?
the way to Kaizo. Akira,
What's that? Some kind of a mythical
that
island.
isn't stopping any of us from rushing to claim it first.
What could the epic tell you about the
The story
Huana?
can speak to the values and beliefs of our ancestors. The language structure, narrative voice, and use
Right,
of metaphor
okay.
can tell us
So they think
something
it's some
about
kind
the
of
time its we could even
early kind of first.
you, haven't I? Akira, I tend to go on.
Well, that's all I needed to know for now.
Pleasure is mine.
So see you later. They might try and find their own way into that guy's house,
Everyone to the palace?
Akira,
but I don't know.
never seen Arui, he runs so
Serpent's
fast.
Crown's this way.
Do you think the Audra Colossus
Let's
would
get
come
there
to you
finally.
next?
It probably will. Because there are people here playing around with Luminous Adra. 24 minutes. And we're finally at the top of this mountain. And we can finally come for what we wanted to come for in the first place. So I realised that every area was locked up tight. But we got there. And that's all that really matters. Isn't it? There we go. We've loaded in to Serpent's Crown. Right, can I look and see where things are on the map? Right, so let's go straight up to Kahanga Palace before we do anything else. I know there's estates there and other stuff we can look at. But right now, let's see if we can speak to their queen, because that was our main goal from the beginning. Who's that? An artisan. Interesting. Natehe.
What say, friend?
Nothing. Not right now, anyway.
Hold a moment. You may visit the palace and its shrine, but be warned. The Queen meets with trading company vipers. Take care you are not bitten.
I have information for the Queen.
Find her in her throne room through the door behind me. Inform the guards of your purpose. Whether the Queen will hear you above the baying of her guests is another matter.
Well, yeah, that might be trouble, you're right. I guess the way to find out is to try and go inside and speak to her. Again, we will... If we get the chance, we'll save the game before we talk to her. Just in case, because I'd rather not... after picking up all those quests, like, lose them all because we've completed a chapter or something. Moderately concerned that when I talk to her, Aethys will come and break everything up, for example. We'll find out in just a moment. I can't save because we're automatically walking in here. Looks like there's quite a few people waiting.
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazalu's confidence,
Let's see what they're talking about.
my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
Well, this I'd like to hear too.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Mage survived the recent storm.
I don't really think it was...
You speak as if I could command the tide.
I don't think it was him.
You are casting your blame in a wide net. Why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping
Water Shapers. I see. A sizable amount standing by the throne takes a bold step forward.
I say our guest forgets himself.
Quite possibly.
Brother, stand down.
But that's the Queen. It's her decision.
You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena.
Hmm.
I say this is beneath us.
Yeah, don't have arguments in the middle of the throne room.
An interesting visitor in difficult times.
Don't fight in here, this is the war room.
A favorable omen.
I'll just give her a
Allow me
nod.
to apologize as I toss you before the wolves. This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
If it pleases the court, I've journeyed from a crippled Port Mage. Is it crippled, would you say? Let's take a look around. The Valian projects affluence. The Raritian Hazanui stands rigidly. Okay. I've journeyed from a crippled Port Mage.
I know this one. His parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's Birth.
It's not a parlour trick.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
Port Mage suffered similar damage when Aethys passed through.
What sailor's tale is this?
There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. We keep waiting for one.
Yeah, definitely not a sane explanation.
Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawnstar Dreamers.
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu?
Yeah.
Another Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
Very credible.
I'm acquainted with the Watcher of Cadnua from my assignments in Defiance Bay and Twin Elms.
Let's see what she says about me.
It explains the colorful nature of your reports.
I have seen things with him
Colorful.
that are not even told in the most outlandish of sailors' tales.
And I'm supposed to take 2 Valians at their word.
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court.
Aethys emerged from beneath Cadnua. Yeah.
Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain. A fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests
True.
will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire?
I plan on using Adra pillars to track and confront him.
Resourceful of you. The Isles are studded with enough luminous Adra to bankroll an economy. I believe
Yeah, I
the course is
don't
clear.
intend to.
We will send the Watcher to Hasongo. Set sail
Hasongo?
to the west of Nekataka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition.
Oh, he shot out the lighthouse today.
Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
Only that Hasongo is
Sending
arrived
thoughts
by
into
an
my mind.
outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
Well, I suppose I could. Mia. Yeah, I mean, she can come with me if she wants.
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter.
Oh, well, we should definitely take her with us then.
Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
And shut
Oh,
us up.
luckily, you've got me instead.
We have every right to know of any hazards in these
I'll tell you about them when we come back.
Kalajina, go with the Watcher. See that the Republics are
Oh, great, I've got to take one of them too.
Ah, Your Excellency. Hamed Gongswalias.
That will be enough parading of champions for now.
Yeah, we'll take them both, I
I'm certain
suppose.
that our guest knows how to assemble a crew.
Can I take both?
Akira, if you can stand the chattering of unlike minds on your ship, that is
Yeah,
your
I can do that.
Good thing I'm already accustomed to cramped quarters and temperamental birds.
We both have our orders. I have no interest in interfering with you as long as you
Careful,
do
that
not
sounds...
interfere
Oh,
with me.
I believe
I
we're
don't intend to
finished
interfere with you, it's okay.
here. Aren't we popular?
I think we are.
Here at Hasongo, the Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in. And take
Yeah.
care with your trading company spies.
Oh, I most definitely
I
will.
say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else.
He's clearing us out. Okay, so we got 2 extra people with us. I think she can be a ranger. And she can be a herald. And neither of them are going to be in my active team right now. Okay, so now we're supposed to meet with the director at the Valian Trading Company. We'll do that next time, I think. Right now, let's get leveled up, and then let's finish up for the day. What do I want to improve? I was wanting to improve my stealth, so that we could be a bit more stealthy around the place. But I could also do with boosting my diplomacy. And now some skills, or I can choose 2 abilities. Vigorous defense. Into the fray. Okay, let's take that one. And let's take one from this side too. One of the passive abilities. Oh yeah, we'll give a damage bonus to our proficient weapons. I think that makes sense. Now let's go to Seraphim. Let's get him updated too. His stealth's okay, we're not too worried about that. Let's boost his athletics skill a bit. And what else does he have he needs that's quite low? We'll boost his streetwise abilities. He can also have 2 abilities. Phantom Foes. So we have those skills. No. There's an ally with a mental block on their pain. Oh, we can mess around with strengths and weaknesses. I'm going to pop that one on, I think. And again, another passive's probably not a bad idea. Maybe I could do that, but let's give him... I don't know. Actually, let's do that for now.
Yes?
He needs an upgrade as well. So the thing to get him, to give him to make sure he's a bit better leveled up is of course Arcana. And potentially Insight as well. So we can unlock 2 abilities for him. Some spells would be useful. Minor Grimoire. Gives him easier access to something from his selection. Potential Phantom. I'm trying to think what I used before. Minilet's Concussive Missiles, I'm pretty sure I gave him that one before. Again, additional weapon set, it's not really that much use for him. But let's do that one. His Will Defense is probably a good thing to upgrade.
Yeah.
Also, basically I can level up everybody here. So again, let's give her a boost in her Alchemy. And in that as well. Because that's her main area of expertise. Efficient Anguish, Stunning Blow, Torment's Reach. Let's take that. That sounds interesting. What's that one? Thunderous Blows. But I could do with some of these. Skills as well. What's that one? Let's take that. I think, and last but not least, Eder, of course, or Eder, or however you say it, it's him. Mechanics, he's been building that up all along in our little group. And I think Streetwise, Survival, sorry. Now, what am I going to give him here? Can I either boost his... Okay, so I can choose abilities for both the rogue and the regular class. Let's choose Tactical Barrage. And now we can take a rogue skill. Gouging Strike. Confounding Blind. No. What's this one? An Interrupting Strike. Finishing Blow, yeah, we'll take that. And that is that for now. So we'll continue this later, but now we've actually picked up the storyline quest. So next time out we've got a few different quests we can do. That's the main one, and we're a little... Suggestion is it's a little under-leveled right now. Let's go to Harbinger's Watch. Very difficult quest. Dunnage, again, not an easy quest. Find Biakara. Meet the director of the Valian Trading Company, which is to do with this quest we just picked up. Wouldn't hurt to speak to them next time before we go anywhere else. Asura wants me to thwart the Valian Trading Company's plans for Bokokohara. We need to find a Scylla Wave Skipper. We've got the Brass Empire details. We have to speak with the Hazanui at the Citadel. And there's a few little quests there, like the Lantern of Gone, etc. I think that's most of it right now. So we've got a few different quests to look at. We'll look at all of those next time. But for now, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed some more Pillars of Eternity. If you have, please feel free to hit that follow button, maybe. And as well as that, I will put this up on YouTube if you're watching here on Mixer, or if you're watching on YouTube at Supernautus Streams. Please feel free to hit that like button and maybe add a subscription too. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.